Hi, I'm Ellen McCauley. I'm at Pray It Up in Syracuse, New York. Tonight we're going to talk about sabotage. First, we're going to talk about the friends and family sabotage. Then we're going to talk about self-sabotage, because friends and family sabotage is easier to recognize than our own self-sabotage. You go to your mother's, she's made this, fattening lasagna with garlic bread and everything else under the sun, and you said, oh, I brought my own chicken and spinach salad, and she's like, what? You always love my lasagna. Food is love. But then when you're leaving the house after you've gorged on her lasagna and garlic bread, she says, you really need to lose some weight, honey. Now, is there a double-edged sword there? Because your mother is the first one to tell you you're fat, and she's the first one to try to stuff food in your face. So, how do you deal with that? You see, this article here talks about the social facilitation of eating. You go out to Bunko, you go to a restaurant, you're with three skinny friends and they're gobbling down margaritas, they're having appetizers, and you think, I gotta have those things too. But you don't know how many hours in the gym those skinny friends put in. You don't know what they're having for breakfast, lunch. You don't know their regimen. But you do know that if you ate what they ate, you will gain weight. So you feel you have to eat what they're eating. What we do is we eat when we're sad, we eat when we're happy, we eat when we're celebrating, we eat when we're mourning. Do you know when we usually don't eat? When we're hungry. We eat every other time in the world. But I'll tell you something. When you limit yourself to 3 meals a day, when you're only having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, when you forbid yourself to have snacks, you're hungry. You're hungry. When we're eating dinner, we do not answer that phone. President Obama has tried to call me many times during the dinner hour. I do not answer the phone. I don't answer it for anyone. Now, if I hear the message, this is a matter of life and death, I might pick it up, but I usually don't. The thing is, when you're hungry, those meals are important. People tend to eat the same amount of food as the people around them. Ever go to Thanksgiving dinner? Food fest? Everyone's just like, rah, rah, rah. No one wants to talk about healthy eating when they're in a restaurant. Americans, we, Pray It Offers, we still think of eating out as what, everybody? A treat. It's a treat. I find that hard to believe because I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and guess how many times, there were 3 girls, my mother and father. I graduated from high school in 72. Guess how many times we went out to dinner as a family? Never. Never once did we go out to dinner as a family. Never. Not once. We ate at home every single meal. Guess how many times I bought my lunch at school? Never. Took the lunch. We did not have that thing. So eating out was like a big treat. Oh my gosh. We're in college and someone said, you want to go to Chef Italia? You couldn't bring those free breadsticks. I'll take more and more and more. It was a treat. But when you start going out to lunch and dinner 5, 6 times a week, and you treat every time as a treat, what happens, everybody? You get fat. You get broke, unless you got money. But we cannot see every time we eat out as a treat because it is dangerous. Also, if everyone eats a lot, you eat a lot. And let's talk about specific things. Your husband insists on stocking up on junk. He goes out, he buys chips, he buys M&Ms, he buys half gallons of ice cream, and you're trying to go to Pray It Off every week and eat healthy. And you're sitting there. Now, my opinion of this might be different than yours, because to me, you can get that stuff anywhere. You yourself can get in your car and go buy ice cream and cookies and candy and cake. Is it harder when it's right there? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But you make a choice. You have a conversation with your husband. Now, if your husband's thin and he is in good shape and exercises and he wants to eat those things in moderation, have him eat them in the garage. You get a little mini fridge for the garage. You get a little shelving unit. And that's what people don't smoke in their own houses anymore. They don't eat junk food in their own houses anymore. You want to eat those chips, honey? Out in the garage. I don't care if it's summer, winter, spring, or fall. Or you say to him, and your husband will give you, not mine, of course, because we all know my husband is perfect. All right, but some husbands will give you those mixed messages, like your mom. Like, well, honey, why don't you want to eat this? And then they're like, let's look at your wedding picture. Can you fit in that dress? I don't think so. Ha, ha, ha. So they'll give you those mixed messages. Then you might lose a lot of weight, and then your husband's getting a little nervous. Mine's a little nervous right about now, I'll tell you. You lose weight, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, now they're like cougars, and everyone's going to want them. Then they might bring you some ice cream. So you got to watch it. You have to have a conversation. Also, you can't eat well without getting flack from your family and friends. This is what's worked for me every single time. When I gave up dairy, gluten, and sugar especially, and someone says to me, well, aren't you going to have any ice cream? I say, you know what? It makes me sick. You know, I finally found that my body isn't processing dairy, gluten, and sugar. My heart beats fast. And by the time you get to the heart beats fast, they don't want to hear anymore. They're like, enough about you, give me the ice cream, shut up. But they'll stop giving you a hard time if you say it doesn't make you feel good. But if you say, I'm on a diet, then they're like, who wants to hear that? Because if you're on a diet and they're chunky, they're feeling guilty because they should be on a diet and they shouldn't be eating the ice cream. So you never tell anyone that you're on a diet. Because guess what, everybody? We're not on diets. We're not. We have a whole lifestyle we're doing to eat healthy, move more. I am not on a diet. If you say you're on a diet, then what's going to happen when you're off the diet? Have you learned anything? You're going to make better choices? Whatever. Diets don't work. They don't. Lifestyles work. So, you have to take those food buddies, you know, the ones that you have pizza with every Friday night, the bunco buddies, the buddies you go play poker with, and you say to them, I went to the doctor and I got to eat this food because, you know, I'm not well. They'll shut up. Just tell them you're not well, eat your food. Say you're allergic. Then, if they don't believe you, take a little bite of something and go, oh yeah, I guess it won't bother me. I'm okay. Go through some ministrations. That will shut them up. Okay. We have to, when we're in the restaurant, we order first because it's contagious. I order first. Oh, I'll have a chicken baked with a side salad, oil and vinegar. Oh, no bread, please. Thank you. And the vegetable of the day, not made in butter. Then the second person orders. Who cares what they order? You already ordered. But if you're the fifth or sixth one ordering, and they're ordering Reubens with extra Thousand Island on the side, and your mouth starts salivating, by the time it gets to you, you're thinking, I'll just tell Ellen someone died this week, and I'm going to a meeting, and then I'll have 2 weeks to work this Reuben off. You don't do it. Order first. Also, you have to understand that your mother loves you. Your mother wants you to be healthy. She'll get used to the idea of you not eating all this food, especially if you tell her, you know, Mom, it doesn't make me feel good, because nothing a mother wants more than her kids to feel good. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.